Hey guys, it's Saturday, whoop whoop. Who is excited for Saturday? Wow, okay, looks like I am. But anyway, you guys, coming to you live, I am doing this 14-day live challenge and I almost didn't go live today and then something really kicked my butt. And you might be able to tell from the title of this live what that might have been. So I'm here to talk to you tonight about excuse making and why it's important that we stop and how the heck we can stop making excuses so that we can get results in our lives and businesses. So I'm gonna hop right into it because my parents are actually here. My parents, if you know me personally, you know my parents are from South Carolina. They just sold their home in the Bay Area here in California and they are moving out to South Carolina. So they came up here up north to stay with us en route, or is it en route? I don't know, to South Carolina. So they're here, they're hanging out with my daughter. I was just taking a little bit of, me time as they were able to watch her and realized I needed to get this live done. But I want to get back downstairs and hang out with them. So if you're hopping on, hi Lisa, hi, who else is on? Hi Misha. What's up, you guys? Hi, Tammy. Hi, Annie. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I'm really excited to talk about this. I have some notes because literally I just came up with the topic I wanted to talk about, and it's a little bit ironic. But let me introduce myself. If this is the first time that you're seeing one of my lives pop up in your feed for whatever reason, I feel like that's happening more lately. I'm not sure if like a video got shared or what, but I'm having people that are messaging me or joining my groups. I'm like, where are these people coming from? I can't quite figure it out, but if I popped up in your feed, I'm Ashley Salmadoni. I'm a wife. I'm a mom to a 3.5-year-old little girl. I live out here in California. Let me know where you're tuning in from, what country, what state. You don't need to tell me your address, but just where are you tuning in from? What else do you need to know about me? That's pretty much it. But I am doing a 14-day marketing challenge, and part of it is going live every single day. And I do go live a lot of days, but in various groups and things like that. But I was really trying to challenge myself to come live here on my personal page for 14 days in a row, okay? And so here I am, it's day 4, and I was listening tonight. This is so funny, actually. This is literally the reason why I'm live. I wasn't gonna do it today. I literally wasn't gonna do it, but I was actually blow drying my hair. I was listening to my AirPods. If you didn't see my story from yesterday at Costco, AirPods are on like a really good deal right now. I think they're $139. So if you live near a Costco or you have a Costco card and you can get them online, that's a really good deal. They're life-changing. You can listen to your personal development. You can listen to music anywhere and everywhere. So I was blow drying my hair, listening to my personal development, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's great if you're busy, which isn't everyone who is not busy, which, anyway, that's another live topic. But I was listening to Grant Cardone's 10X rule, and I wrote down the other part because I just say 10X rule, subtitle, The Only Difference Between Success and Failure. And so this is a book that's all about the effort level required and the discipline required to be successful in literally anything in life. It's applying to every area of my life, whether it be parenting, whether it be my relationship with my husband, whether it be business, whether it be physical fitness. It literally, the concepts he talks about, they're mainly business concepts, but they definitely apply to everything. So if you haven't listened to the 10X rule, I highly recommend it. So I was listening to it, and as I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and have my glass of champagne and toast with my parents for the sale of their home. My parents are here, they're moving, they're moving across the country. I should have gotten up earlier today, but I didn't. I was tired. I was tired. Like Taylor got up, all right, and I was kind of going through. I'm like, yeah. Those are the reasons I'm not gonna do my live for day 4. That's all right. I posted today. I put some thought into my post. I did enough. Like I made excuses, and then I really tuned into what I was listening to in the 10X rule, and the chapter, legit, chapter 21. Excuses was the name of the chapter. So first of all, have you ever read, if you're watching, have you read or heard of the 10X rule? If you have, put 10X in the comments. If you haven't heard of it or haven't read it, just go listen to the excerpt on Audible. It is just like, it's been pumping me up now I've been listening to it for a couple of weeks, just here and there whenever I get time in the car, when Taylor's not in the car, or my AirPods, but it's really good. So the chapter was about excuse making. And literally there was a section of what I was listening to him read from his own book. There was a section that literally like hit me in the core. I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I know what I'm going to do my live topic on. It's going to be excuse making. So do you ever find yourself kind of making be honest, like this is a no judgment zone here. If you're watching this live on my channel, whatever, no judgment zone here. But have you ever found yourself like rationalizing or excuse making, like I just described, for why you're not going to follow through with something that you committed to, why you're not going to do something that you committed to? Maybe it's going for your workout. Maybe it's starting a business. Maybe it's, doing your daily income producing activities. Maybe it's scheduling a date night with your spouse. I don't know. But have you ever found yourself rationalizing why you're not going to do it? And yes, of course, are there like super extreme extenuating circumstances? Yes, of course. But I'm talking about, we all make excuses, but if it's a real pattern, that's when it can become super, super detrimental. So anyway, I looked online and I wanted to actually read you because I don't have the physical book. I was listening to it. I'm like, oh, I would love to read this paragraph, but I found it. I found the excerpt. And so the chapter again was called Excuses. So I'm going to read you this little paragraph that I heard and felt super convicted about. Because I think for me, a lot of times we make excuses. The reasons we make excuses is because we're scared. We don't know an outcome of something, or we're scared we're gonna fail, and so we're much better, or it's easier to make excuses than it is to take the actions required to actually get to the goals that we want, but we're scared we can't, or we're worried about what other people think, or things like that. So there's all kinds of reasons, but I know for me, those are the big ones. When I'm making excuses, I'm scared of something, scared of success, scared of failure. I don't know what it is. And so if that relates to you at all, I would love to see some hearts if that makes any sense at all, because I know everyone has different reasons for excuse making. I see Heather hopped on. I think I saw Narelle hopped on. Hi, Narelle. Yay. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me this Saturday. This is going to be really short, but here, let me read this to you real quick. So Grant says, an excuse is a justification for doing or not doing something. I think the dictionary implies that it's a reason, and that's in quotes. However, in reality, an excuse usually turns out to be something other than the real reason that motivates your actions or lack thereof. For example, let's say that your excuse for being late to work is due to traffic. Well, that's not truly the reason that you didn't make it to work on time. The reason you were late is because you left your home without enough time to allow for traffic. Ooh, has anyone else ever done that before? I know I have. Hi, Randy. Hi, Danitza. All right. Well, that's not the reason you truly didn't make it to work on time. The reason you were late is because you left your home without enough time to allow for traffic. Excuses are never the reason for why you did or didn't do something. They're never actually the reason, right? They're just a revision. They're just a revision of the facts that you make up in order to help yourself feel better about what happened or didn't. So what I was doing as I was blow drying my hair, listening to this chapter, going over all of the reasons why I hadn't gone live and why it was probably okay, those weren't actually the reasons. The reason I didn't want to go live is because I don't love going live. I don't love it. I get nervous. I'm not sure what to say. I feel like, is what I say going to be valuable? Am I just wasting my breath? I don't know. I get all those self-sabotaging, imposter syndrome type thoughts that I don't know if you guys can relate to or not, but I do. That's the reason. That's the excuse. All of the other stuff, excuses are those things that we come up with to mask the real reason, the revision of facts that we make up to help ourselves feel better. And I was like, oh, whoa, okay, how often do I do that? How often do you do that? Like, take an honest look. And he goes on. So I'm going to read you this next part. Hi, Angie. It says, making excuses won't change your situation. Okay. So if I want to get better at lives, if I do want to be giving more valuable content, if I don't want to be as nervous, if I don't want to, all those things, making excuses isn't going to make me feel like that, right? Not doing this live, not showing up, not trying my very best to provide some level of value for you guys, that's not going to change my situation. I'm not going to become a better marketer. I'm not going to become more influential and show up more powerfully in the way that I know God's called me to be. That's not going to happen if I make excuses. Heck no, it's not. So I got to practice where I preach. Got to put my money where my mouth is, or push the live button where my mouth. Anyway, you get the picture. So making excuses won't change your situation. Only getting to the real reason behind it can do this. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Making excuses won't change your situation. Only getting to the real reason behind it can do this. Excuses are for people who refuse to take responsibility for their life and how it turns out. Powerful stuff. Slaves and victims make excuses and will forever be destined to having leftovers and others' scraps. Whoa, mic drop. I mean, I kept rewinding and I'm like, I'm gonna listen to this again. I'm gonna listen to this again. And then he says, the first thing to know about excuses is that they will never improve your situation. So again, as I was listening to this, I was literally just finished up in my weird little mind going over all my excuses for why I wasn't gonna go live. Okay, this is a very trivial example, but can you see how this snowball ripple effect could really happen in your life if you are a habitual excuse maker, if you're constantly literally falling victim to your own self-sabotage. Like you're the victim in your own life. You're not the hero in your own story. You're the victim. Everything's happening to you instead of for you. There's all these excuses and excuses and excuses, and your situation is not improving, right? And I don't know. I think there's something to be said, because I know sometimes we make excuses, and part of the reason we might do that is because the thing that we're making the excuses for not doing is out of alignment with what we should be doing anyway. And in that case, give it up and move on, right? But I'm talking about if you have something that you know is good for you, or you have something you know you're called to do, you have something you know you want, and you still make excuses, that's where all of this applies. And that's where it's dangerous. It's dangerous to excuse make, because you will never reach the potential to what you're called to be, okay? And that can be in any area of life, but I was just thinking to it as it applies to business. And there's all kinds of reasons why we make excuses, fear being a huge one of them. And what I wanted to do tonight, I was like, I'm on a roll. I'm gonna preach it tonight. I'm gonna give everyone all the ways to overcome excuse making, but I think that's gonna be too long of a live. So what I thought was, okay, I'm gonna come on. I want to give you guys my reason for wanting to share more on this topic, and then I think tomorrow I'll hop back on, and my topic for tomorrow will be some strategies and ways that you can really be more self-aware. I mean, that's part of it. Be more self-aware. Look at the things that you're making excuses for, and stop doing that. So anyway, let me look at my notes real quick. There was another point that, it was a business tip I wanted to give you guys. I just wanted to say, so one of the strategies that I was teaching in my free Facebook group is a strategy that I learned from a mentor of mine. I'm in his free group. It's not free, it's a paid group, Rank Makers by Ray Higdon. Some of you might be rank makers. If you are, shout out to you guys. But he teaches a concept, ILT, Invest, Learn, Teach. And Invest, Learn, Teach changed my life and changed the way that I thought about doing lives. And I wanted to kind of just review that with you guys tonight, because I just did it. I just ILT'd you, okay? So ILT, and it really does take away a lot of the excuses that I used to make about lives. I'm I don't have time. I'm a thinker. I can't just come on live and share something. I can't do that. I'm really not good at that. I have a bad short-term memory. I have notes every time. Sorry, not sorry. But I made a lot of excuses because I'm I'm not an expert. I don't know all the things. That's just what I used to tell myself, and I wouldn't go live. I wouldn't post because I just didn't feel like I was ready, or I didn't know the things. No one wants you to be perfect. No one wants you to be an expert. They just want you to show up and show that you freaking care about other humans, right? And have something of value to offer. And where there's a lot of value that you can find a lot of value and use your voice and words and tell people you care about? Google, the internet. It's this amazing thing. Google, YouTube. So ILT is Invest, Learn, Teach. Just like I did tonight, I invested a little bit of time. It actually wasn't an investment of time. It was a way to save time. I was going to blow dry my hair anyway. I listened to my personal development, invested that time. I learned something. Okay, I learned it. And then I just jotted down. In fact, I copy and pasted from Google that paragraph I read you, jotted down a couple of other bullet points, and then I just showed up, pressed live, and I just ILT'd you, right? So that is an excuse buster, is finding strategies and ways that make your life simple and take away those excuses that you make. So looking at first of all, here's what I want you to do between tonight and tomorrow. Take an excuses inventory. I want you to try, be your most self-aware self that you can possibly be in this moment, okay? Because we could all improve upon that for the rest of our lives. I'm going through a huge period where I'm like looking at all of my flaws and all of the ways that I totally suck in all areas of my life. I'm like, whoa, that's gotta go, or that needs to be tweaked. But that's part of being self-aware. It's kind of humbling and like makes you kind of get a pit in your stomach sometimes, but it's a really beautiful thing because I think you can help the more self-aware you are, the more that you can help others, and the more compassion you can have for others, and the more empathy you can have for others, because we've all got our problems. We all have our crap that we deal with, right? So here's what I want you to do. Be your most self-aware self, and between now and I'll probably go live tomorrow evening or something. Maybe I'll have another half a glass of champagne because I kind of feel like I'm on a roll with this. But anyway, take an assessment, and whether you need to like do tick marks or however you want to do this, every time you find yourself and recognize that you're making an excuse for not doing something that you know you need to do. Angie says, we're all a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. Yes. Amen. Mic drop. Cannot say it any better than that. That's 100% true. I see Patricia just hopped on. Hey, friend. So between now and tomorrow evening, I want you to kind of just take a mental assessment, and even I'm probably going to try to take a tally of all the times that I make excuses or reasons for why I'm not doing something that I know is something that I should be doing or I want to be doing. So if I, like today, literally I went to the gym, you guys. I mean, this is why not? So I went to the gym and I was like, I'm going to do this workout. I actually have a good friend of mine who's a personal trainer. I grabbed a workout of hers. I'm like, I am doing this. I'm going to kill it. And then I got to the gym and I didn't kill it. I was the furthest from killing it. I was like walking on the treadmill. Well, I did end up like running a little, but I didn't do this workout that I set out to do. But I had a lot of really good reasons why I didn't, and excuses. But that's not going to improve my situation. Okay, you see those people that go to and it's fine, but you see people who go to the gym and they're there every day, and I'm, kind of have been guilty of this. They're there every day, and you're like, wow, like if you were going for it, and you were doing that every day, like you could really improve your fitness. Like if you were really, doing the thing. Anyways, I'm talking to myself here because I think about that. But you're not going to improve your situation if you make excuses for, well, I'm not going to do that because I'm just not feeling it, or whatever it might be, or had a glass of wine last night, or, oh, I forgot my pre-workout. Oh, my pre-workout, I can't go hard. I forgot my pre-workout. So anyway, hi, friends are hopping on. Oh, I'm about to be done. But anyways, you guys have to catch the replay. I hope this was valuable. But anyway, let's take an assessment. Let's find how many times we're making excuses. And then tomorrow we'll tackle how can we stop making these excuses that are sabotaging us from getting the results that we want. That makes no sense. We are no longer going to be the victims of our own excuse making. Okay, you guys? So tonight, here's your homework. If you want to, welcome to my classroom. Here's your homework. I was a teacher for 9 years, so once a teacher, always a teacher. Download 10X Rule by Grant Cardone if you don't have that already. Listen to it, or listen to that chapter on excuses, even 21. Take an assessment of how many times you're making excuses, and then tomorrow we're going to tackle how are some ways that we can stop doing this, okay? So if you found this valuable, hashtag value in the comments. I would appreciate any shares that you might give. Hey, if we have enough shares, I actually may do a giveaway. I have a couple of cute little things that I've been wanting to do a giveaway. So anyway, share if you'd like. Tag friends if you feel like this would be beneficial for someone. Share to your teams. Sharing is caring. I love you guys so much, and I will look forward to chatting tomorrow. Have a blessed Saturday, and yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.